Your life will be exactly what you decide to make it. Nothing more, nothing less. Right now you stand at a crossroads. On one path lies mediocrity, the comfortable, the average, the ordinary. On the other path lies excellence, the life you were truly meant to live. The average person settles. They accept good enough. They follow the crowd. But yes, you were made for something more. I have spent over 40 years studying the most successful people in the world. I've written over 80 books on success and spoken to millions of people. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who remain average comes down to these 7 critical life lessons. These aren't complicated ideas. They aren't secrets kept from you. They are simple proven principles that, when applied consistently, will transform your life from ordinary to extraordinary. Today, I will share these 7 lessons that have helped countless people break free from mediocrity and step into their full potential. Are you ready to make a decision? To choose excellence over mediocrity, to commit to a life of significance, rather than settling for what comes easily. Then let's begin. The first and most important lesson is to take complete responsibility for everything in your life. This one principle separates the successful from the unsuccessful more than any other. Most people play the blame game. They blame their parents, their boss, the economy, the government, their spouse, anyone but themselves for their problems and failures. But here's the truth. You are where you are and what you are because of yourself. Nothing more, nothing less. The moment you accept total responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you take control of your destiny. When you say, I am responsible, you become powerful. You become the primary creative force in your own life. Accept responsibility for your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits, and your habits create your destiny. Choose them carefully. Accept responsibility for your emotions. No one can make you feel anything without your permission. You can choose how you respond to any situation. The ability to manage your emotions rather than letting them manage you is a hallmark of high achievement. Accept responsibility for your results. If you're not getting the results you want, be willing to change your approach. As I often say, if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. I worked with a man named Robert who came to one of my seminars. He was constantly frustrated by his lack of promotion at work. He blamed office politics and favoritism. When I challenged him to take complete responsibility, he reluctantly agreed to try a different approach. Instead of complaining, he asked his boss directly what skills he needed to develop for advancement. Within 6 months of focusing on those specific skills, he was promoted. He later told me, Brian, I wasted years blaming others when the solution was in my hands all along. Taking responsibility means giving up all excuses. It means refusing to complain. It means asking, what can I do? Rather than, why is this happening to me? Remember, you are not responsible for the weather, but you are responsible for carrying an umbrella. You are not responsible for how others treat you, but you are responsible for how you respond. You are not responsible for the cards you were dealt in life, but you are 100% responsible for how you play your hand. Starting today, make the decision to take complete responsibility for every part of your life. This one decision will put you in the top 10 of achievers. Life lesson 2. Clarity is power. The second vital lesson is that clarity is power. Most people never succeed because they never decide exactly what they want. Think about this. How can you hit a target you can't see? How can you reach a destination without a clear address? You can't. Yet most people go through life with vague general ideas about what they want. Successful people are absolutely clear about their goals and values. They know exactly what they want and they write it down. The act of writing your goals increases the likelihood of achievement by 1,000. There are 3 areas where clarity is absolutely essential. First, be clear about your values. What do you stand for? What do you believe in? What principles guide your decisions? When your values are clear, decision-making becomes simple. You automatically know what to say yes to and what to say no to. Second, be clear about your vision. What does your ideal future look like? What kind of person do you want to become? Create a detailed mental picture of your perfect life 5 years from now. This vision will pull you forward, especially during difficult times. Third, be clear about your specific goals. Break down your vision into clear, measurable objectives. A proper goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, say, I will earn $100,000 by December 31st by providing exceptional value to my customers. I remember working with Sarah. a talented entrepreneur who was working extremely hard but making little progress. When I asked her to describe her business goals, she gave vague answers about growing her business and helping more people. Spent an afternoon creating crystal clear goals. Specific revenue targets, the exact number of clients she wanted to serve, precise profit margins, and definite dates for achievement. Within 12 months, her business had doubled and she was working fewer hours. The difference? Clarity. Clarity eliminates confusion. Clarity focuses your energy. Clarity attracts resources and opportunities aligned with your goals. Take out a piece of paper right now. Write down the answers to these questions. What exactly do I want to accomplish in the next year? What skills do I need to develop? What habits do I need to establish? What obstacles must I overcome? What price am I willing to pay? Get clear and stay clear. Review your goals daily. Talk about them. Visualize them as already accomplished. The clearer you are about what you want, the faster you will achieve it. The third lesson that separates the excellent from the average is commitment to continuous learning and growth. In a rapidly changing world, your most valuable asset isn't your current knowledge. It's your ability to learn and adapt. The average person stops learning when they finish school. The successful person never stops learning. They understand that what you know today is becoming obsolete at an accelerating rate. The knowledge that got you where you are is not sufficient to get you where you want to go. Develop what I call the 30-minute rule. Commit to reading, studying, and learning in your field for at least 30 minutes every day. This single habit will put you in the top 5 of professionals within 5 years. Turn your car into a university on wheels. The average person spends 501,000 hours per year in their car. By listening to educational audio programs during this time, you can get the equivalent of several college degrees. Invest in yourself. Attend seminars, take courses, hire coaches. The money you spend improving yourself is never an expense. It's always an investment with the highest return. I've watched people transform their income and their lives after investing in a single seminar or book that gave them the right idea at the right time. Practice deliberate learning. Don't just passively consume information. Ask yourself, how can I use this? How can I apply this immediately? Information without application is just entertainment. Jim Rohn, my early mentor, said formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. How true this is. The most successful people I know are voracious learners. They're constantly asking questions, reading books, seeking feedback, and experimenting with new approaches. I met a truck driver named Michael who decided to use his driving time to listen to educational programs. While driving across the country, he learned about sales, marketing, and business management. Within 3 years, he had started his own trucking company. Within 5 years, he had a fleet of 20 trucks. He told me, Brian, I got my real education behind the wheel. Identify the skills that will most help you achieve your goals, then develop a learning plan. What books should you read? What courses should you take? Who should you learn from? Remember, to earn more, you must learn more. Your commitment to growth isn't just about acquiring knowledge. It's about developing new habits, attitudes, and behaviors. It's about becoming a different person, a better version of yourself. The greatest reward of continuous learning isn't just external success. It's the person you become in the process. As you grow, you'll experience the deep satisfaction that comes from reaching your potential. You'll feel a sense of pride accomplishment that no one can take away from you. Make the decision right now to become a lifelong learner. Never stop growing, never stop improving, never stop believing that you can become more than you are today. The fourth critical lesson is mastering the use of your time. Time is your most precious resource. Unlike money or materials, you cannot get more of it. Everyone has exactly the same amount, 24 hours each day. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is how they use those hours. Time management is really life management. It's not about managing time. It's about managing yourself in relation to time. It's about making the highest value use of your irreplaceable time. By expanding a fundamental principle, you can't manage time. You can only manage activities. The key question is not how can I get everything done, but rather what are the most important things I should be doing with my limited time. The 80-20 rule applies strongly to time management. 20% of your activities will account for 80 of your results. Your job is to identify and concentrate on that crucial 20. Practice the ABCD method daily. Before you begin work, make a list of everything you need to do, then assign priorities. Tasks are things you must do. These have serious consequences if not completed. Tasks are things you should do. These have mild consequences if not completed. Tasks are things that would be nice to do, but have no consequences. Tasks are things you can delegate to others. Tasks are things you can eliminate completely. Never do a B task when a task is left undone. Never do a C task when a B task is left undone. This simple discipline will double your productivity. But learn to say no. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Guard your time as you would guard your most valuable possession, because it is. Eliminate the time wasters in your life. The average person watches television for 28 hours per week. That's the equivalent of working a second full-time job. Imagine what you could accomplish with even half of that time invested in your goals. Practice single-handling with important tasks. Once you start an important job, work on it to completion. Resist the temptation to start and stop, which can increase the time needed by 500. Plan your day the night before. Spend 10-12 minutes every evening planning your next day. This simple habit will save you up to 2 hours in wasted time and inefficiency the following day. I worked with an executive named Jennifer who was constantly overwhelmed. She worked 12-hour days but never seemed to get ahead. When we analyzed her time, we discovered she was spending over 40 of her day on low-value activities and interruptions. 2 hours of uninterrupted work on her highest value activities first thing each morning before checking email or taking calls. Within 1 month, her productivity had doubled, and she was leaving the office by 5:30 p.m. Remember that time management isn't about doing more things. It's about doing the right things. It's about effectiveness, not just efficiency. Ask yourself regularly, is this the most valuable use of my time right now? Your ability to select your most important task to begin it and to stay with it until it's complete is the key to high performance and maximum personal productivity. This one skill will do more to ensure your success than perhaps any other. The fifth lesson for escaping mediocrity is understanding the critical importance of relationships. Your relationships will determine as much as 85% your happiness and success in life. No one succeeds alone. Behind every successful person is a network of supporters, mentors, friends, family members, and colleagues who believe in them and help them along the way. Start by recognizing that the quality of your life is largely determined by the quality of your relationships. Invest time and energy in building and maintaining relationships with positive, supportive people who bring out the best in you. Choose your relationships carefully. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Their habits, attitudes, and income levels will become yours over time. Ask yourself, are the people around me lifting me up or pulling me down? Practice empathic listening. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. True listening, seeking first to understand the other person, is one of the highest forms of respect you can show another human being. Give without expecting anything in return. The law of reciprocity is powerful. What you send out comes back to you, often multiplied. Look for ways to add value to others without keeping score. Resolve conflicts quickly. Don't let negative emotions fester. Address problems directly but with kindness. Remember that you can disagree without being disagreeable. Express appreciation regularly. Tell the important people in your life what you admire about them. Gratitude strengthens bonds and creates positive emotional bank accounts. I remember working with a sales manager named David who was technically brilliant but struggled with relationships. His team was underperforming and turnover was high. When he began focusing on building genuine connections with his team, learning about their goals, acknowledging their contributions, providing specific positive feedback, everything changed. Within 6 months, his team's performance had increased by 63 and not a single person had left. Your professional network is equally important. Make it a habit to connect regularly with people in your industry. Share ideas, offer assistance, stay in touch. These relationships often lead to opportunities that would never have come your way otherwise. Remember that the most successful people are often the most helpful. They understand that success isn't just about what you know or even who you know. It's about who knows you in a positive way. Time about your golden rule. Treat others as you would like to be treated. Be the kind of friend, partner, colleague, or family member that you would want in your own life. The quality of your relationships will ultimately determine the quality of your life. Make them a priority, not an afterthought. The sixth essential lesson is the critical importance of your physical health and energy management. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. Without good health and abundant energy, nothing else matters. Many ambitious people make the mistake of sacrificing their health for achievement, not realizing that optimal health is the foundation for sustained high performance. You cannot enjoy the fruits of your labor if you've destroyed your health in the process. Start with the basics. Eat for energy and performance. Your body is like a high-performance machine. It functions based on the fuel you put into it. Focus on whole, natural foods. Minimize processed food, sugar, and excessive caffeine, which create energy spikes followed by crashes. Exercise regularly. Your body is designed to move. Just 30 minutes of moderate exercise 3 to 4 times per week will dramatically increase your energy levels, improve your mood, enhance your thinking, and extend your life. It's the closest thing we have to a miracle drug. Get sufficient sleep. Sleep is not a luxury or a sign of weakness. It's a biological necessity. Most adults need 7-8 hours of quality sleep per night. When you're well rested, you make better decisions, you're more creative, and you're more resilient to stress. Manage your energy, not just your time. Notice when you're naturally at your best during the day and schedule your most important work during those peak periods. For most people, this is in the morning. Save routine tasks for when your energy naturally dips. Take regular breaks. Your brain can focus intensely for about 90-120 minutes before it needs a rest. Short breaks, even 5-10 minutes, can restore your mental energy and prevent the diminishing returns of pushing through fatigue. Practice stress management techniques. Stress is inevitable, but chronic stress is optional. Find what works for you: meditation, deep breathing, walking in nature, or simply unplugging from technology regularly. I worked with a CEO named Michael who prided himself on working 16-hour days and sleeping only 4 or 5 hours a night. He came to me when his health was failing and his decision-making had noticeably declined. We created a comprehensive health plan: proper nutrition, regular exercise, adequate sleep, and stress management techniques. Within just 2 months, his energy had doubled. His thinking was clearer, and surprisingly to him, his productivity had actually increased despite working fewer hours. Remember that your health isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. It's about having the energy to pursue your dreams with vigor and enjoyment. It's about being fully present for the people you love and the work that matters to you. Make the commitment today to treat your body with respect. Your future self will thank you. As the saying goes, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. The 7th and final lesson for escaping mediocrity is developing unwavering persistence in the face of obstacles. This quality, more than any natural talent or advantage, determines who succeeds and who fails. The road to any worthwhile goal is always uphill. It's always filled with obstacles, setbacks, failures, and disappointments. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is not the absence of these challenges, but the response to them. Understand that failure is not final. It's not even failure, it's feedback. Every setback contains valuable information that can help you adjust your approach. Thomas Edison famously said of his thousands of unsuccessful attempts to create the light bulb, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Develop a no excuses mindset. When you face an obstacle, focus immediately on solutions rather than explanations. Ask, how can I solve this? Rather than, why did this happen? Learn to see problems as opportunities in disguise. Often, your biggest breakthroughs will come directly after your biggest setbacks, but only if you persist. Stay focused on your why. When the going gets tough, remind yourself why your goal matters to you. A strong enough why will sustain you through almost any how. I remember John, a real estate professional who came to my seminar after losing everything in a market crash. He had gone from millionaire to bankrupt in less than a year. While many of his colleagues left the industry, John decided to persist. He studied the new market conditions, adapted his approach, and started rebuilding one small deal at a time. 3 years later, he had not only recovered his former success, but had far surpassed it. The difference: persistence, practice, the quality of resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks. Resilient people don't deny negative emotions. They feel them, learn from them, and then move forward despite them. Remember that almost everything worth achieving takes longer than expected and requires you to overcome unexpected obstacles. This is not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's simply part of the journey. Most people overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year and vastly underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 years. If they persist, make the decision right here and now. that you will never give up on something that matters to you. You may change your methods, you may adjust your timeline, but you will not abandon your dreams at the first sign or even the 10th sign of difficulty. As Winston Churchill said in his famous speech, which I find myself returning to again and again, never give in, never give in, never, 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 nothing great or small, large or petty. Never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Your persistence is the ultimate measure of your belief in yourself. When you persist despite difficulty, you demonstrate to yourself and the world that you truly believe in your ability to succeed. The greatest achievements in human history have all come from those who refused to accept defeat as final. They kept going when others quit. They persisted past the point where most people would have given up. You can do the same. You must do the same. If you wish to escape mediocrity and achieve something truly meaningful with your life. Success is not a matter of chance. It's not a matter of luck. It's a matter of choice, your choice. It's a matter of deciding what you want, taking responsibility for your life, gaining clarity on your goals, committing to continuous learning, managing your time effectively, building supportive relationships, maintaining your health, and persisting through whatever obstacles appear in your path. These 7 lessons, applied consistently over time, will transform your life. They will lift you from mediocrity to excellence, from frustration to fulfillment, from where you are to where you truly want to be. Success leaves clues. When you study truly successful people, you notice patterns in their behavior that separate them from the average person. These patterns aren't complicated or mysterious. They're simple habits and mindsets anyone can develop with practice and persistence. Think about the last time you felt stuck in life. Maybe you were frustrated with your career progress. Perhaps your relationships weren't fulfilling you. Or maybe you simply felt that life was passing by while you remained in place. That feeling of being trapped in mediocrity is something most people experience, but few know how to escape. The truth is, breaking free requires more than just motivation. It requires a fundamental shift in how you think and act each day. Small daily decisions compound over time, creating either excellence or mediocrity in your life. Each choice either moves you toward your goals or away from them. There is no neutral ground. Consider this. If you improve just 1% each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by year's end. That's the power of consistent incremental improvement. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a day and vastly underestimate what they can achieve in a year of focused effort. Your habits shape your character, and your character determines your destiny. The habits of excellence aren't inherited, they're developed through conscious choice and daily practice. Every highly successful person I've met in 40 years of studying achievement has developed these habits deliberately. One of the most powerful questions you can ask yourself is, what would the person I want to become do in this situation? Then do that thing. Act as if you already are the person you aspire to be. Your actions will eventually shape your identity. Fear of failure stops most people from even trying. But successful people understand that failure isn't fatal. It's formative. It shapes you. It teaches you. Every setback contains the seeds of an equal or greater benefit if you look for them with the right mindset. I remember meeting with a group of entrepreneurs who had each faced significant business failures. What separated those who eventually succeeded from those who remained defeated wasn't talent or resources. It was their relationship with failure. Those who succeeded saw failure as temporary and specific. Those who remained defeated saw it as permanent and pervasive. Your mental diet matters just as much as your physical diet. What you regularly feed your mind determines your thoughts, and your thoughts determine your life. Cut out negative inputs, negative news, negative people, negative entertainment. Replace them with positive, constructive information that moves you toward your goals. Most people live reactive lives, responding to whatever demands their attention most loudly. Successful people live proactive lives, directing their focus according to their priorities and values. They control their schedule instead of letting their schedule control them. The quality of your questions determines the quality of your life. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of asking, why can't I achieve my goals? Ask, how can I achieve my goals? Better questions lead to better answers, and better answers lead to better results. Remember that success is sequential, not simultaneous. You can't do everything at once. Focus on mastering one area before moving to the next. This concentrated effort accelerates your progress far more than dividing your energy among many different pursuits at once. The happiest and most successful people I know live with a sense of gratitude. They don't have more, because they're grateful. They're grateful because they understand they already have more than enough. Gratitude transforms what you have into enough, and practicing it daily rewires your brain for positivity and resilience. Your self-talk shapes your reality more than you might realize. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself. Would you talk to someone you love the way you talk to yourself? If not, it's time to change your internal dialogue. Speak to yourself with the same encouragement, patience, and respect you would offer a good friend. One of the most overlooked success principles is the power of anticipation. Mentally rehearsing your success activates the same neural pathways as actually experiencing it. Take time each day to visualize yourself successfully, completing your most important tasks and achieving your biggest goals. This mental practice improves your actual performance when the moment arrives. No one succeeds without help. The myth of the self-made person ignores the mentors, supporters, team members, and loved ones who make achievement possible. Acknowledge those who help you along the way and look for opportunities to help others on their journey as well. Success is sweeter when shared.